The first question today is, what's the quickest way to increase my organic visitors? And there's one tip that has been coming up this week. I have been like on 20 calls probably this week. This has been coming up all the time. And I usually give the same advice. You want to take out Google Search Console. If you don't have it on your radar yet, Google it, see if you can set it up. And this is a free tool that gives information about how your website comes up in search engines. Why do you want to know this? Because you want to know how often your search engines get shown and how often people click on them. The click in relation to the number of impressions or the number of times the result gets shown comes down to the click-through rate. So if you get 100 impressions and you get 1 click, you have a 1% click-through rate. The reason I'm insisting so much on this also with my clients is because very often you might have well-ranking results with a lot of impressions. They come up a lot in Google, but with a lower click-through rate than average. And this is a very good starting point for you to get more traffic by optimizing your search snippets on those results that get very high number of impressions, but a lower click-through rate than your average click-through rate. And what you can do is you can optimize the page title, or meta title as they call it sometimes, and the meta description. So the page title is what usually shows on top on the browser tab, and the meta description is what you see in Google as the description of the search result. So sometimes Google makes it up and grabs it from the website anyway, but most of the times you're going to be able to customize these texts, and you want to do this to increase the click-through rate. So imagine you have like a 1% click-through rate, you double it to, you get it to 2%, which is possible probably 99% of the times. To get to the 2%, you would double traffic to that URL or for this search term, and do this at scale. And ideally have some sort of routine where you every Friday at noon, you go through like the 10 lowest click-through rates on the Search Console tool. You would then know exactly what's happening in terms of click-through rates when you optimize text and how they get improved. Definitely, this is the quickest way to increase organic visitors. Then you can tackle other strategies.